It's Evelyn from the Camera Store. Today I'm going to give you my first impressions of the Fujifilm X-M5. In my hands is this little stylish Fujifilm X-M5. Now this is a 26 megapixel sensor camera with interchangeable lenses in this tiny, cute little package. And today we're going to talk about some of the first impressions about this camera when it comes to using it for photography and video. The X-M5 is a tiny little package in a 355 gram body that's almost pocketable. It is designed for vloggers, everyday photography, kind of like the camera that you could just throw around and bring with you everywhere. And on the top of it, you'll notice that you have the film simulation dial. We saw this on the X-T50 and we thought that was kind of experimental for Fujifilm to do, but for the target audience for this camera of being something that's kind of entry level, everyday purpose, I think it will be handy for a lot of new users to have access to those film simulations, because let's be real, the film simulations for the X series cameras is just a lot of fun to play with. Now also on the camera, you'll notice that you do have some manual dials. So we have one on the front for controlling your exposure. It's also a press and dial that can be used as a programmable button. On the top, you also have another dial for controlling exposure. We do have a little bit of a grip on the front of it, and although this is super tiny, I didn't find it too bad to hold in my hand. My only gripe, and this is a personal thing, is that I am so used to, on bright sunny days, being able to shoot with an electronic viewfinder. And I have that muscle memory of when I want to go take a picture, I bring it up to my face, and there's no electronic viewfinder. You have to shoot with the fully articulating screen. And this is something that I think a lot of young photographers are really going to enjoy, because it'll give that same experience of shooting with their phone. This is something that I think a lot of the more entry-level cameras are starting to do, because that's how these users are playing with the cameras. But using this LCD panel as your main way of composing your images, I did find it a little bit tricky to use when it was super bright and sunny out. I should also mention, with the LCD screen, it is touch for being able to shoot and choose your focusing point, but when you are navigating the menu, you have to use a joystick on the back of the camera as well as those control buttons. It does feel a little bit old school, especially considering the target of this camera. As I mentioned before, this is kind of designed as being a hybrid video and photo tool. And if you look at it, we do have a dedicated record button on the top of the camera. And interestingly enough, I haven't really seen this before, the microphone jack is actually on the back of the camera. It's kind of in a funny place. That's where the viewfinder should be, but that's where your microphone is. And then we also have a headphone jack, really great to see on such a compact, affordable camera. And then we have the micro HDMI port, as well as a USB-C port for charging and powering the camera. The battery for this camera is the older W126 battery that we've seen in older Fujifilm cameras, and it does have one single SD card slot, no surprises there. Although there are a few things that I'm definitely missing just for my own personal preference. I think the experience, the cute factor with this camera, the compactness is exactly what I was expecting when looking at a camera called the X-M5 for mobility. When it comes to image quality, there's no real surprises here. It has a 26 megapixel X-Trans sensor, and this is an APS-C sensor camera. And I'm liking the image quality that comes out of this camera. Fujifilm files are really nice. And of course, with the film simulations, you get that extra little flavor right out of camera. When looking at performance, it can actually shoot at 8 frames per second in the mechanical shutter, or up to 20 frames per second in electronic. Now, of course, it does have some correction for rolling shutter, because this isn't the fastest scanning sensor out there. But you know, from a performance standpoint with autofocus, I was impressed with how the autofocus performed. It does a really good job. Tracking people is great. It has profiles in there for tracking animals, birds, trains, automobiles, a whole bunch of stuff. So it's incorporating some of that machine learning that Fujifilm has become quite good with. And I wasn't ever feeling like it was missing focus. It was doing a really good job for just doing everyday photography. Now, to keep this camera nice and compact, it doesn't have that in-body image stabilization that we see in some of the higher end Fujifilm cameras. However, we do have a digital stabilization mode, and this does give it a pretty heavy crop factor of about 1.3. Now, when it comes to video, this is where things get a little bit interesting. interesting. So the coolest feature I'd say is the 6.2 open gate feature. So open gate basically gives you a flexible format. So if you're shooting like we are for YouTube, you also have a really easy flexible file to turn that into vertical. So this gives you the flexibility for being able to post your video content on multiple platforms. We also have a nice 4K 60 feature, as well as if you want to go super slow motion, you can shoot in 240 HD for some really cool effects. I also like that from the audio standpoint, you have 3 different microphones on the top of the camera, and this is improved. You also have some directional options of where that sound is actually coming from to give you pretty good audio coming right out of camera. Again, really giving you the idea of who this camera is made for, being kind of this quick on-the-go mobile camera so that you can quickly work with those files and post them directly on social media platforms. I think I'm going to call the Fujifilm X-M5 the mobile movie magic monster. You know, it does have a lot of the features that I think Fujifilm was going for in terms of making this a nice, compact, flexible little camera that you can take with you. You have interchangeable lenses, you get into the Fujifilm X series of cameras, you have that film simulation dial, and just a fun little camera to bring around with you. I think a lot of people are going to like this, especially if there's someone that wants something that's hybrid, because you have features like the open gate video recording, you know, decent photo features as well. And I like the images that are coming off of this 26 megapixel X-Trans sensor. Now, I would love to know what you guys think of this. This is obviously a little bit of a departure from Fujifilm in terms of the size of the camera, some of the feature sets as well. Let me know what you think by commenting below. And if you're new to our channel, please subscribe. It's been Evelyn from The Camera Store. Catch you again very soon. Thanks so much for watching. We hope that you enjoyed this episode. If you want to check out more of our recent content, click up here. And if you're Canadian and you want to support local, shop The Camera Store by clicking down here.